man we have. It's a suave and perfect gentleman that's been in the industry, both in the field, in and outside, he knows. He's a complete gentleman that you learn from. He's a man and admire because he has so much to give. His name is Folusho Alabi. He's a country lead, Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa of the United States Soya Exporting Council. A handsome gentleman, walking majestically. He takes an egg 2 times a day, not 1 time. If he takes one, he has a K-leg. But he has 2 legs, 2 eggs. Sir, you are most welcome. In the person of Mr. Folusho Alabi, please clap for this young man. He has contributed so much in this industry. You are most welcome, sir.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Folusho Adams. Thank you so much. I'm most glad to be in our midst this morning. My name is Folusho Alabi. I'm the country market lead for the U.S. Soybean Export Council, the promoter of U.S. soy. I also have in the house today my colleague and senior friend, Dr. Michael David, who is a program director for the Soy Excellence Center. Dr. Michael, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. All right. I want to start by acknowledging the presence of the representative of the Federal Ministry of Livestock Development that could be here. I also want to recognize the presence of all the representatives of the sub-national government, especially within the Southwest, Oyo, Ogun, Lagos, Osun, and Ekiti. Thank you. And Ondo, thank you for being here. I want to recognize the presence of the National President of the Poultry Association of Nigeria, Chief Sunday Ezebiora, the Director General of the Poultry Association of Nigeria, Dr. Akpa, you are welcome. I want to recognize the Southwest Chairman of the Poultry Association of Nigeria, Reverend Gideon Oluleye. Of course, I will not forget to mention the LOC Chairman, Dr. Lekan Odunsi. Thank you for all that you are doing. I want to say a very big thank you to our big brother, Ambassador Bolaji Akinremi Eniola. Thank you so much for that well-delivered message. I can say it's one of the most beautiful messages in Nigerian Poultry Show. Thank you. And we make sure to follow to the letter every of your recommendation. I'm here today representing the U.S. Soybean Export Council. I'm very much honored, and I bring greetings from Jim Sutter, who is our global CEO based in Missouri, United States. We are bringing greetings to the Nigerian Poultry Show and the poultry industry of Nigeria. As country market lead, I appreciate the Poultry Association of Nigeria, Southwest, for organizing these important events, which brings together industry stakeholders to discuss key issues and opportunities in the poultry sector. Last year, I was here, and I was able to make reference to the early 2000 when this program started, and we used to be under bamboo at the Cultural Center. It's so glad to see how the event, the poultry show, has moved from under bamboo shed to tarpaulin, not tent, not maquet, tarpaulin we call it then. And we moved inside the Cultural Center, moved to Providence Event Center, and moved to OOPL Center. And from year to year, we continue to grow in bands. And I will consider that all that we have done between then and now, I will call it maybe NPS 1.0. From the energy that the ambassador have given us today, I think we need to start moving to NPS 2.0. Do I have witness in the house? The theme poultry subsector, a key to sustainable food security and regional trade, is timely and crucial. Regional trade, food security are 2 very key important things that we need to focus on. It should not be heard in Nigeria again that an hatchery operator have to destroy the old chicks because there was no market. That shows that we need to do more as far as regional trade. In a world today where global trade is a bit comatose, the Director General of the World Trade Organization, who happens to be our own daughter, has clamored severally for regional trade. If you cannot do with Europe, if you cannot do with the US, or let me say North America, can we begin to do something within the West African, the sub-Saharan African countries, or within Africa? And I think it is the right place for us to do. We need to double down to do that. Food security. Food is one of the fundamentals, essentials of life. SDG number 2 talks about end to every form of hunger and every form of malnutrition. So as poultry farmers, we come in the right sphere, in the right space to ensure that there is food and what are called protein security. And as a country, Nigeria, we have all that it takes to do the best, to produce for this country and to produce for other countries. Nigeria has nothing less than 38 million hectares of arable land. We also have very humongous, huge number, volume of fertile soil. We do not have many countries in the world that have huge volume of arable land and at the same time fertile. We have about 14 million inland waters. We have about 853 kilometers of coastline. We have about 220 nautical miles exclusive economic zone for fisheries and other economic activities. What I'm saying in essence is that we have all it takes to provide food and to, at the same time, export food. Not only that, poultry plays a vital role in Nigerian food security and economic development. With the growing demand for protein, the poultry industry is well positioned to contribute significantly to the country's food security and economic growth. United States Soyabean Export Council is committed to supporting the growth and development of the poultry industry in Nigeria. Many a time people ask and wonder, what is the business of US in this matter? And just like Ambassador have mentioned, we need all this collaboration. And I want to tell you that for US Soybean Export Council, US Soy, we are not just interested in trade, but we are interested in the development of the local market. We do not just want to be a taker. We want to stay here to develop this industry, and then trade comes in. So whatever we are doing is in the ambient of that. What else are we doing? We believe in the potential of the poultry sector and are eager to collaborate with poultry farmers, industry associations, and other stakeholders to ensure sustainable growth and development. Through our programs and initiatives, we aim to enhance the competitiveness of the poultry industry in Nigeria. We are committed to providing technical assistance, which we do mostly through our capacity building programs, which is the Soy Excellence Center, that we enable farmers, poultry farmers, to assess global practices in technologies. Out of the 4 tracks where we are training Nigerians, one of them is poultry. Poultry, feed mill production and management, aquaculture, and swine. And as of today, we have trained about 4,800 Nigerians at no cost to the trainees. And this we hope to continue to do. That's happening under the leadership of Dr. Michael David. We want to continue to do this so that our people are exposed to, knowledge that is competitive, that is available all over the world. Our curriculum are globally curated and at the same time localized for what happens in Nigeria and Africa. So we are big on capacity building and we want to do more of that. We recognize the importance of regional trade in promoting economic growth and food security. USEC is ready to work with the poultry industry in Nigeria to explore regional trade opportunities and enhance the competitiveness of the industry. Today, Nigeria produces about 249 million birds. Some sources could give a better data, a higher data. But taken from the same source, Morocco produces about 222 million birds. Nigeria is a country of population of about 236 million people. Morocco is about 37 million people. So 37 million people producing 222 million, 236 million people producing 249 million. You will know that there's an issue of productivity in that regards. So we need to do better and we need to do more. Most of the chicken that comes to Benin Republic and that are smuggled into Nigeria, some of them are coming from Morocco. Morocco export to Spain, export to Senegal. At some point in time, you recall that Morocco wanted to join ECOWAS, and you begin to wonder why. It's for economic gains. And these are the opportunities that Nigeria needs to rise and fill, dominate, and maximize the opportunities that exist in those corridors. Thank you so much. Once again, I would like to commend the Poultry Association of Nigeria for organizing this important event. We look forward to continuing our collaboration with the poultry industry in Nigeria and contributing to the growth and development of the sector. Thank you, and God bless.
Somebody described it this way: there's no training of its type on the Nigerian landscape. We train entry to mid-level professionals within the poultry, the aquaculture, and feed sector level. And basically what is the first level, what we call the entrance level, is the self-based hybrid. We call it base. We are done with that. We will see you at the back end. Bring you in. In most cases, we do this training at the IIT in Ibadan.
Oh, great.
IIT Ibadan.
All right, well, thank you so much,
Yes.
Dr. Michael.
Thank you.
Certainly, you'll be part of the collaboration and the engagement
That's right.
that we are going to now have to model and remodel.
That's right.
By that training has helped, but
Let's take this one first. We can turn so that we can reflect the How you doing?
Soya Excellence Center is sponsored by the U.S. Soyabean Export Council. And of course, just walking in is the market lead for Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa for the U.S. Soyabean Export Council in the person of Folusho Alabi. You met him yesterday. Can you give him a round of applause for us? So the members or the owners of that are on your screen. You can see some of the names there you can recognize: Olam, ADM, Bongi, some of them. And of course, the big farmers you hear about in the United States, those ones that have 2,000 hectares, 3,000 hectares of soybeans are also members of this organization. So that is, and then what is this training program all about? The SAC was developed by USEC, that's US Soy, as a program to help emerging and developing countries and to support a cascade of demand for soya and soya-related products in these regions. So you know what we do is a program of US Soy to help emerging and developing markets to develop and use more soya. That's what this is all about. How do we go about this? I've mentioned is a workforce capacity development program put in place by this organization. And who do we target? Entry to mid-level professionals within the soya value chain. Entry to mid-level professionals. So if you ask me who are these groups of people? People on a poultry farm you will call, for instance, supervisors, managers, nutritionists, quality control individuals will fall. We are not targeting, for instance, the CEOs. Those ones are already expiring. We're looking to future leaders. We're looking to attract future leaders. Poultry is probably our number one. Poultry. Feed production. So if you're a feed miller here, you're a poultry operator here, if you're an aquaculture person, and if you're in swine too, this program will benefit either you or the people that work with you within the band that I just mentioned to you. For the 4 courses, or we call them tracks, we also offer them at 3 levels. The first one, what we call the entry level, is the basic level. Basic level. And this one is self-paced hybrid. Self-paced means you study at your own pace. The curriculum for poultry and feed were developed by Kansas State University. They were developed by Kansas State, those 2. The one for aquaculture was developed by another organization based in South Africa. But don't worry, not to worry. We took it a step further. What did we do? We got competitively, went around the country and saw some of the best you can think of within the Nigerian space. 6 of them, each for the 4 tracks identified here. So nothing short of phenomenal. So what you learned in the university or whatever you learned 2, 3, 4 years ago has actually become stale. You have to keep learning. So we believe in continuing education. And so the community pod, the global digital platform was introduced. So this gives you a rough idea of what the paradigm shift did for us. So you can see in the 5 years of training in person, bringing in person together, it's 1,630, which accounts for just 34% of all our training program. But in 2.5 years, 2.5 years of training via the self-paced hybrid, see the number that we have trained, 3,070, which is 66% of our training programs. You can agree with me that this is really a paradigm shift. I'm almost there, so just stay with me and we'll be done. The next will be the statistics. You can see them yourself. To date, close to 5,000 people have been trained. Individual training programs that we organize. 84 courses have been offered over these many years. This will not benefit you now, but when your staff or yourself go through our program, you appreciate better some of the things that are happening here. We reward people locally, nationally, and internationally. And for you to be rewarded, you have to be active. You have to show interest. You have to be a leader, a tomorrow leader, as the case might be. And these are some of the leaders that, and you can see they are all young people.
Thank you very much, Dr. David. Actually, I am one of those that benefited from Soy Excellence Center. That's good. I was at IITA for the basic certificate, for the in-person, the one he talked about. Find that. I did intermediate at Enugu. It was basically free of charge. In fact, at IITA, I had to ask them, because I'm an economist, you can't be giving me something free. I believe everything must be paid for. I need to find out where the money was coming from. The hotel we stay at Enugu, that was the best hotel in Enugu.